Delta Force has some issues. By the time this video goes up, NextFest would have ended, but this was my initial impressions I had on the Delta Force game after playing it a couple days. I was pretty hesitant to even try the game, but with Tarkov being a little stale and heaps of positive reviews from people, I thought it wouldn't hurt to give it a try. So I downloaded the game and decided to hop into the Battlefield-styled rush mode to get a feel of the game. And very early on, I couldn't help myself from comparing the game to Battlefield 2042. The colors, kill indicators, hit markers, and the very feel of the game were all very reminiscent of what I remember BF 2042 being like. To stretch the comparison even further, when I played Battlefield 2042 a few years back, I remember saying that the ambience and the immersion just wasn't there, and just like BF 2042, Delta Force also just feels kinda flat. I've always drawn comparison to the earlier Battlefield 1 having one of the best immersions in the game when it came to both sound and visuals. I began to understand why people were comparing this game to Battlefield. So many aspects of the game felt very familiar. Now, is that a bad thing? No. Once this game releases, it will be free to play, allowing for more people to experience the Battlefield style of game that many people love. However, I also can't shake the feeling that this is more of a stopgap game for many while they wait for the new Battlefield release sometimes next year. Moving away from the Battlefield comparison and looking more into Delta Force, I ran into quite a lot of issues as well. Second teammate, I'm coming for you. Okay, I'm just getting shot around walls. I am getting desynced. That desync is insane. During my time playing the game, I didn't look into what servers I was on or if selecting regions were a thing, but I had a very rough time when it came to hit registration and desync. At first, I thought it was just me not being used to the game, but the more I played, the more I realized that it wasn't me. To put into context, I live in New Zealand, and the closest major country that servers are usually set up is Sydney, Australia. Then it's Singapore, and then the west coast of the United States. I'm assuming that there were no OC servers in this playtest, and that would explain a lot of the desync issues that's likely caused by the ping. It was my research into potential desync and ping issues when I realized that AI was part of the game, which then got me wondering if some people were just beaming me from weird places or through smoke being players or AI. On top of the desync making it difficult at times, wondering if the person that just laser beamed me was another player or an AI can be quite frustrating. So much better. And he wins that fight somehow.
Artillery cover coming. Get ready to engage.
But I didn't get Delta Force to play the Battlefield mode. I got Delta Force to try their extraction shooter. While I didn't get a chance to play much of it, the few raids I did get to do was honestly quite fun. I loaded into Zero Dam, which was the first map you get access to, and it wasn't long before I found myself against a full squad. Those players? I think those might be players. I think that's everyone.
Okay. Eliminate the high-value target. Then you get your reward.
Wallbang them.
contract.
It could be because Dam is considered a beginner's map, but I do feel like the AI are very low threat, and mostly act as a way for people to use up ammo and create sound, allowing for PvP gameplay that people can chase after. Oh. That's a player. That means a teammates are nearby somewhere. Oh my god. It's a squad wipe. Right, that's what it said. Squad wipe. Getting greedy. Yeah, those painkillers were off really quick. I also don't like how long healing takes. But 5 kills. Did a mission, got some good stuff, and now we're leaving. GG's, I guess. Total kills 19. First guys are bronze. They're all bronze 3. After leveling up a little more, I also got access to 2 more maps. For some reason, I couldn't find any games on Space City, but I was able to get into a raid of Lyali Grove, and this happened.
Keep the following in mind. Shoot, loot, and time to scoot.
Unfortunately, my microphone didn't record, so I'll voice over most of the things that I'm thinking. Loading in, my initial plan was to try find the boss, because I haven't fought him yet. However, the game prompted me about some brick, and I thought I might go for that, hoping to find some PvP.
Need to work together to get the brick and decipher it. Hostiles had the brick. Find them and stop them.
One of the guys had purple armor, so I dropped mine and put his ones on. The way ammo works in this game is it will pen the same tier/color of armor and below. So if you shoot blue ammo, it will pen blue armor and everything below. However, if you shoot green ammo at purple armor, you'll have a hard time killing them because it can't pen the armor. This does have some weird implications where if you're shooting someone with the same or lower tier armor, you will kill them with the same number of shots. And I think this definitely needs to get looked at.
Hostiles had the brick. Find them and stop them.
A big fight broke out at the bridge because one of the teams had the brick. With most people being in squads while I'm solo, I'm playing a lot more reserve, waiting for a good opportunity to third party instead. There's currently a team on the other side of the bridge and one at the guard tower. I'm trying not to get spotted and letting them fight it out so I can either fight one team or clean up the fight. With what seems to be everyone wiped out, I do a quick check of any third parties before I start looting.
Head over to the decipher station. Be careful. That brick is broadcasting to hostiles.
After finding the decoding station, I do a quick clear of the building and start the timer.
Retrieval team is en route. Keep defending that deciphering station. Retrieval team has the brick. Nice work, operator.
With the Mandel brick delivered, I make my way to exfil with little to no resistance. I can see PvP being quite fun in this game, especially for people who want an extraction shooter that leans more into the arcade style like Call of Duty. Delta Force is a lot more fast paced, which the gunplay reflects, and many people prefer this over the more slower and tactical Escape from Tarkov. It's also a better game for more casual players who just don't have the time to sink into games like Tarkov. However, one thing I am worried about is the game heavily incentivizes trio squads. While you can queue alone, I can imagine this game being difficult as a solo against squads, due to factors like healing taking quite a long time and down enemies being revived. Time to kill, while not being incredibly slow, can also make it a little more challenging. Not being able to quickly take a person down with a clean headshot can make taking down multiple people a bit more difficult. Now, I'm sure I stirred the pot a little here. The game is still in development and I've heard that the Next Fest demo was an older build. I also didn't get to go that far into the game due to personal time constraints, so I'm sure I missed a lot of things. While I do feel that the large-scale HAVOC mode is a copy of Battlefield 2042, I do think that the extraction mode fills the gap that games like DMZ didn't deliver on. A more casual COD-style extraction shooter that doesn't force you to grind the game like you do in Tarkov. And lastly, I appreciate that the game runs really well. I've heard people with mid to low NPCs being able to run the game with decent frame rates and have an overall good experience. While Delta Force has its issues, if the developers do listen to what the community is saying and keep working to improve the game, I do think this game has potential to do well. However, at the moment it needs more work, and getting it right when it goes into early access later this year will likely have a long-lasting impact on this game. I don't intend this video to just bash on Delta Force and the devs. I think it's important now more than ever that studios stop releasing half-baked games and call it a live service. Instead, give us a well-made, polished game that runs well from day one, and then spend time adding and expanding the game, and I'm sure many beside myself share the similar sentiment. I'm open to conversation in the comments, so let me know if I've missed anything, but for now, I'll be looking forward to Delta Force when it goes into early access later this year. Oh. Can I shoot this at someone? Oh, I can. Wait, dude, I'm playing Ana. Oh. Wait, Voxel, you're a genius.